happened with the beef between you and Mark Harley? Seems like you went from bros to foes, bros to hoes. Hope all's good between you guys now, though. There was never any beef. There's no beef. I have no ill will towards the guy. I helped him out for a long time, and then just shit didn't work out, and he decided to go the route he went. It's expected, Hope all's good between you guys now, though. I mean, I don't think of him. I don't know what he's doing. Hopefully he's doing well. I have no ill will towards him. He was a talented dude. I hope he figures his stuff out. That's it, man. I don't know. Hopefully he's doing all right. Crow, have you and Chin ever got into it over anything? Not really. The biggest issue, me and Chin really never have issues. We usually talk. The only time we ever got anything is my texts are really harsh. There's no context. So Chin called me and was like, dude, and I've had this issue with so many people in my life where my texts are very black and white. Like there's no context, there's no, so it can seem a little harsh. So me and Chin have a deal where if it's ever business, we call each other instead of texting. That's it.
And I will say too, like as far as whenever we did butt heads on stuff, you as soon as we talk, you're over it right away. Where some people, hold on to that, anger and stuff like that, but you're over it right away. So it's way better for us business-wise to move forward,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw an interception, move on, dude. Yep. All right, my bad. And Lugheed said, how many more years until Tiger can move around with Brian Callen in the ring? I'll give him a year. Tranny Oakley, hilarious.
Interesting.
I got two questions. First, we all know John Jones and Hamzat are two of the best you have seen in the gym, yeah. But who was the one guy that you saw in training and thought, who's going to beat him but could never get over the hump? Second, would you rather be stalked by the Liver King like Rogan was or by the big gay lion like Mark Harley? Probably the Liver King. Actually, I don't know. You don't want to be stalked by either. There's both a craziness in both of those guys. But it's a weird thing, huh? But who was the one guy you saw in training and thought who's going to beat him? Todd Duffy or Bobby Lashley. I was like, holy fuck, they're never going to lose. Monsters. Dig Big Bandit, also known as Big Dick Bandit. What's up, B? Any chance you guys will bring another preferably smoking hot female intern into the near future? Yeah, I'd be down. We could use some feminine energy in here, especially to mix it up and keep Callan having fun, I just don't know where we would find that. I don't know Austin. I don't know. If you guys know anybody, send some recommendations. That'd be great.
We are back with another Brendan Schaub Q&A, and all of my questions were avoided this time, but there were some other good questions throughout this, the vast majority of which are written by Chin. But the Mark Harley thing, of course, Schaub just had to lie. He almost gave a great guy never met him reference there. So, the Mark Harley thing. I like how Schaub goes, there's no beef there. And then later when another question is asked, you're like, yeah, he's crazy. So, the whole Mark Harley thing, Schaub, you have to understand, is insanely enraged at the big gay lion, Mark Harley. Not even so much for the beef. The beef alone, I mean, it's been detailed. Mark Harley used to work for Schaub. He was known as his handler, but he really just did editing and producing and did his own show over there. They had a falling out, and then they went to war with each other. But the thing that frustrates Schaub the most is how much Mark Harley's career has skyrocketed ever since he got away from Schaub. Mark Harley hooked up with some guy named Isaiah Miranda, started doing these workout little skit Instagram videos that would get 1 million views each, and it would drop 4 of them a week. Then Mark Harley started doing commercials and ended up in the Super Bowl commercial. Not just a Super Bowl commercial, the Super Bowl commercial, the Macho Man one. And has been ever since steadily and constantly getting more commercial work. He just did one for pistachios. There's a pizza one he's in. I forget if it's Little Caesars or Pizza Hut, but that's the most frustrating thing with Schaub. And that's why, by the way, you've seen Schaub on his Instagram try to do like more commercials, skit stuff, and trying to do the stuff with his wife because he's trying to blow up that way, sort of the way Mark Harley did. But he's even lying going forward. Like when he's like, "There's no beef." Mark Harley is currently bringing this guy to some um, employer board in California because he's claiming Schaub owes him, I think, maybe like 100 grand for just never paying him what he owed right up until the point in which Schaub fired him. So the beef continues. There is technically a legal dispute between the two. So when Schaub's just like, yeah, I don't know what that guy's talking about. There's no problems there. I just gave a guy a shot and, other things and other stuff. I mean, Mark leaked this guy's text messages, audio. We know that private investigators were involved because one of the baddies Schaub was cheating on his wife with sent his wife flowers, and Schaub thought it was Mark Harley. So Schaub hired a private investigator. The whole thing is just odd, bizarre, weird, and hilarious, though. It's hilarious that, of course, Schaub hired a guy, treated the guy like crap, fired him. The guy's career took off, and now they're in some, you know, mortal beef with each other. It's just, of course, Bappa did that. Of course, Bappa just goes. But, I mean, the continuation of the war between these two is hilarious. And Mark still claims he has audio or something of Schaub saying the N word, and he keeps saying he's going to release it after this board thing with California because he's hoping they just decide in his favor and Schaub has to pay him what he owes him, according to Mark Harley. So hopefully that dropped. But as far as I can tell, the war continues. The war 100% continues, and Schaub lies as usual, especially like I said, he almost dropped a great guy. Never met him line, even within this. But I mean, the Schaub Q&A going after Mark Harley. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.